Hello students, in this video we will learn arithmetic progression chapter, complete chapter arithmetic progression. Okay. Now what are we going to learn in this video? We will learn what is arithmetic progression, we will see what is the definition and few examples. We will also learn general form of AP. Arithmetic progression is also known as AP. Terms involved in AP, finite and infinite AP also we will learn, and n term of AP. Okay, a plus n minus 1 into d. We'll do few important questions and we'll also do sum of n terms of AP. Okay, we'll derive this formula and then we'll do few problems based on this concept, sum of n terms of AP. Now if you are a CBSE student, this is the syllabus you have. Okay, if you are from Telangana or AP, you have geometric progression also. Geometric progression, GP. Okay, we'll learn general form of GP, alright, and nth term of GP. There is no sum of n terms of GP. Okay, alright, let us come back to the first topic. What is arithmetic progression? What is an AP? See, I wrote the definition on the board to save the time. An arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. See, let me give you one example. Let us say we have 5. Okay, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so this is an AP. Why is it an AP? Because see, we are getting the next number by adding 5 to the first number, right? Now we are getting the third number by adding 5 to the second number. Okay, like this, if we are adding 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, okay, to the preceding term, we are getting the next term, right? So it is list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number. What is the fixed number here? Fixed number is 5. We are adding 5 to the preceding number to get this number. See, this is the preceding number. We are adding 5 to this to get this number 10. We are adding 5 to this to get this number. We are adding 5 to this to get this number, and so on. Isn't it? Except the first number. Of course, we are not adding anything here, right? Okay. Now, what is the fixed number here? 5. Okay, how to find the fixed number? How should we find the fixed number? See, we can take any two terms from this list. We can subtract, say 10 minus 5 or 15 minus 10, 20 minus 15, 25 minus 20. We'll get that fixed number. That fixed number is called as common difference. Common difference denoted by D. And what is the common difference in this list? It is 5. Okay. Let us take one more example. Let us say we have 100, 90. See, what are we doing? We are subtracting 10. Okay, or we can also say adding minus 10. Okay, subtracting 10 or adding minus 10 is same. 100, 90, 80, 70, 60 and so on. Okay, how should we find the common difference here? Common difference D. 90 minus 100 or 80 minus 90, 70 minus 80, 60 minus 70. It is not 100 minus 90 or 90 minus 80, right? 90 minus 100, this term minus this term. Okay, so it is 90 minus 100. How much is this? Minus 10. So common difference is minus 10, negative in this case, right? In this case it was plus 5. In this second case it is minus 10. Okay. Okay, can we have a series like this? Numbers like this, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 and so on. Is this an AP? Subtract the terms and see whether the difference is same or not. 10 minus 10, 0, 10 minus 10, 0, 10 minus 10, 0, 10 minus 10, 0. Right? So we can say common difference D is equal to how much? 0. So each number, if we add 0 to the number preceding term, we are getting this term, right? So 10 plus 0, 10, 10 plus 0, 10, 10 plus 0, 10, 10 plus 0, 10 and so on. So here common difference is 0. Okay. So what did we learn from these three examples? We have learned that common difference can be positive, common difference can be negative, common difference can also be equal to 0. Okay. If common difference is positive, the series will increase, the numbers will be increasing, see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right? If common difference is negative, the numbers will be decreasing. We have 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, the numbers are decreasing, right? Okay. If the common difference is 0, you will have the same terms. Okay. I hope this is clear. And what did we learn? How to find the value of D? We need to subtract. Okay. We need to subtract the respective or consecutive terms. Okay. Like for example, now let us say this is A1, A2, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and so on. Let us say this list is in AP. To get the value of common difference D, what should we do? Second term minus first term, that is A2 minus A1, or A3 minus A2, A3 minus A2, or A4 minus A3. Okay. All this will give us common difference. Okay. Provided this series in AP. If the series is not in AP, the differences will be different. Right? Let us say for example you have 5, 10, 12, 15, okay, 19 and so on. Is this in AP? Let us check whether this is in AP or not. 10 minus 5, it is equal to 5. 12 minus 10, third term minus second term, it is equal to 2. The difference is not same, difference is not common. Hence this is not in AP. I hope you understood. Okay, how to find whether a given list of numbers is in AP or not? Difference. Find the differences. Okay, A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3, and A5 minus A4. If the difference is same, if the difference is common, then the given list is in AP, otherwise it is not in AP. Okay, I hope you all understood what is in AP. Okay, now let us learn what is general form of AP. Let me rub the board. Okay, general form of AP. See, first term we write it as A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, fourth term is A plus D, and so on, like this. Okay, first term is A, difference is D, right? Okay, see the common number, the fixed number which we are adding to this is D. So the second number will be A plus D. To this if we add D, this will be A plus 2D. To this term if we add D, it will be A plus 3D. Right? So this is the first term. See, let us find the difference and check. Second term minus first term. A plus D minus A. Okay, A will get cancelled, we'll have D. Now A plus 2D minus A plus D. Third term minus second term. We should get D only now, right? We'll get D minus A minus D. If you remove the brackets, minus A minus B will come, right? A will get cancelled. 2D minus D is D. Okay, what about this? A plus 3D minus A plus 2D. So if you remove the brackets, minus A minus 2D, minus A plus A will become 0, 3D minus 2D, it is equal to D. See, the common difference is same. The difference is same. Now we can say that these terms are in AP. Okay. So this is called as general form of AP. Okay. General form of AP. A is the first term. A plus D is the second term. D is common difference. A plus 2D is the third term. A plus 3D is the fourth term, and so on. Okay. Alright. Let me write this again. We learn what is general form of AP, right? Let me write it again here. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on. Okay. Now let us learn the terms in AP. We already learned that. See, A is the first term. First term. Okay, sometimes it is taken as A1. And D is the common difference. Okay. Now, This is done, right? See, let us learn what is n term of an AP now. What is nth term? See, this is the first term. So can we write this A as A plus 0D, because 0 into D is 0, so we'll have only A. So for the first term we have 0D. For the second term we have 1D. See, this is 1 into D is D only, right? So for the first term, this is first term, we have 0. For the second term we have 1. For the third term we have 2D. For the fourth term we have 3D. For the fifth term we have 4D. Okay. For the sixth term it will be A plus 5D, 1 less, right? 1 less. If we have 6 here, this will be 5, 1 less. Okay, let us find out 10th term like this. A plus 9D. 10th term A plus 9D, right? Okay, if we have 100th term here, A plus 99, can we write 99? 99D. So how should we get this 99 or 9 or 5? See, can we write it as 100 minus 1 into D? 100 term is A plus 99D. So we are writing that 99D as 100 minus 1 into D. This one we can write it as 10 minus 1 into D. This we can write it as 6 minus 1 into D. It is 1 less, right? So, and so on. Let us say we need to find the nth term. An. An is the nth term. We'll have A plus 1 less than n. Right? 1 less than n. N minus 1 multiplied by D. So this is the formula to find the nth term of an AP. An is A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now let us learn what is finite and infinite AP. See, this is easy. If we have multiples of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and so on. Okay. This is never ending. So such series or such list of numbers is called as infinite AP. This list is never ending. Okay. It will go till infinity. Right. So such an AP is called as infinite AP. Okay. For example, if the numbers are stopping after some time, let us say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 up to here. There is no and so on, dot, 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 dots are not there. So such kind of an AP is called as finite AP, because there are finite number of terms. We can count the number of terms in this. How many terms are there? 5 terms are there. Okay. Can we count the number of terms here? No. It is never ending. So such an AP is called as infinite AP. This type of an AP is called as finite AP. Okay. Now some students will get confused. Let me write and so on and so on. Let me write up to 250 here. This is the last term, 250. Okay. Now tell me whether this is a finite AP or infinite AP. This is still a finite AP, because after 150 it is not continuing. It is stopping at 150. Right. We can still count the number of terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. 25 terms will be here in this AP, right? There will be 25 terms in this. So this AP is also a finite AP. Okay, I hope you understood the difference between finite and infinite AP. We also learned the nth term of AP. An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. And what is An? An is nth term. Okay, using this formula we can find third term, fourth term, fifth term, 100 term, okay, 1000 term, any term. We'll do few problems now. Okay, let us solve these problems now. First question is, for the AP, find the first term and common difference. This is the AP given, arithmetic progression. Okay, first term is very easy. 3 plus 1 minus 1 minus 3 and so on. This is the first term, right? So the first term, it is denoted by A, it is equal to 3. We also need to find common difference, that is D. We know common difference is second term minus first term or third term minus second term, right? Okay, so we can subtract this. Not 3 minus 1, 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3, it is equal to minus 2. You do -1, see, third term minus second term, -1 minus second term, this is also -2. Okay, we'll get the same difference. So the first problem is done. Let us do the second one now. Write the first 4 terms of the AP when A is equal to 4 and D is equal to -3. We need to write the first 4 terms. Okay, see, the general form of AP is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on, right? Okay, first term is A. What is given to us? A is given, so this is 4. Second term is A plus D. D is -3 given, so this is A. A is 4 plus D, right? But D is -3, so we can write -3. 4 plus of minus will be minus, so 4 minus 3. The next one is 4 plus 2 into -3, third term, and fourth term is 4 plus 2 into 3 into -3. These are the 3 terms, right? So this is 4, this is 1. See, -3, we should keep on subtracting -3, right? So this will be -2 and -3. Okay, it will be -5. See, 4, 2 3s are 6, -6. So 4 minus 6, -2. Okay, 3 3s are 9, -9. -9 plus 4, -5. So these are the 4 terms. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let us do the third bit now, third problem now. Which of the following are in AP? Okay, we should check which of this following are in AP. If they form AP, find the common difference and write 3 more terms. If they are forming AP, we should find the common difference and we should write the next 3 terms. If they are not forming an AP, we need to leave it there. Okay, so let us do the first one. 2, 5 by 2, 3, 7 by 2. See, some students will think, see, this is not forming an AP. They'll just see the question and they will come to a conclusion whether it is an AP or not. Okay, but my advice is you first find the difference and check. No matter how complicated or how easy that AP looks, first find the difference. So this is first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Okay, see, one way of doing this in an easy method is 5 by 2 is 2.5, right? Half of 5. This is 3, this is 3.5. See, now it is looking like AP, right? So this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term. Okay, let us check. 2.5 minus 2, 0.5. Second term minus first term. Okay, third term minus second term. 3 minus 2.5. This is also 0.5. Okay, now 3.5. Fourth term minus third term. Minus 3 is also 0.5. Or 0.5 is same as 1 by 2, right? So what is the common difference? 1 by 2. Is this an AP first? Yes. Yes, it is an AP. What is common difference? Common difference is 1 by 2. Okay, we need to write 3 more terms, right? See, 3.5. 7 by 2 is 3.5, right? What will come after 3.5 if we add 0.5? It will be equal to 4. Next one will be 4.5. Next one will be 5. Okay, or can we write this 4.5 as 9 by 2 because 4.5 and 9 by 2 are same. Okay, so what are the next 3 terms here? The next 3 terms are 4, 9 by 2 and 5. I hope you understood how to solve this problem. Pause the video and try to solve these 2 problems. Okay. Okay, I hope you have done that. Let us do the third one. 3 plus root 2, 3 plus 2 root 2, 3 plus 3 root 2, and so on. Is this an AP or not? Let us check that. See, 3 plus root 2 minus 3. 3 plus root 2 minus 3. Write it inside the brackets, right? So if you remove the brackets, minus 3 plus 3 will become 0. We'll have root 2. So this is done. Let us subtract this 2. 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2 inside the brackets, right? some students will forget to write the brackets and they will think that this is minus 3 plus root 2. Okay, see, if you remove the brackets, this will become minus 3, this will become minus root 2. So don't make that mistake, right? So 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 2 root 2 minus root 2 is root 2. Here also the difference is root 2, right? Okay, what about these two terms now? 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2. So if you remove the brackets, 3 plus root 2 minus 3 minus 2 root 2. Minus 3 plus 3 will get cancelled. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 is root 2. So the difference is same, right? So is this an AP? Yes, this is also an AP. What is the common difference? It is equal to root 2. Can we write the next three terms? Yes, 3 plus 3 root 2, 3 plus 4 root 2, 3 plus 5 root 2, 3 plus 6 root 2. Easy, right? Okay. These are the three terms. Let me rub these problems now. This one is a little confusing. Students will think that this is not an AP. They'll just see the question, they'll not simplify, they'll not find the difference, and they'll come to a conclusion that it is not an AP. But believe me, this is an AP. Okay. First term is root 2, root 8 second term, root 18, root 32, and so on. Okay. See, the simplest, let us write this in the simplest form, root 2. Root 8, how can we write root 8? See, prime factors of 8 are, see, we can write 2 into 2 into 2, right? So root 8 is 2 into 2 into 2, or can we write it as, see, 2 root 2, this pair will come out without root 8, so this will be 2 root 2. So this is root 2, this is 2 root 2. In the same way, 18 we can write 9 into 2, and this is 16 into 2. So this will be root 2, this will be 2 root 2, this will be 3 root 2. Root 9 is 3, root 2 is root 2. Root 16 is 4, root 2. Okay. So this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term now, right? So let us find the difference. 2 root 2 minus root 2, second term minus first term is root 2. Third term minus second term, again root 2, right? 4 root 2 minus 3 root 2 is again root 2. So is this an AP? Yes, this is an AP. What is the common difference? Common difference is root 2. Can we write the next three terms? Yes, we can write. See, 4 root 2, right? So the next term will be 5 root 2, fifth term will be 5 root 2, next term will be 6 root 2, and 7 root 2. So 5 root 2, 6 root 2, 7 root 2. Let us write it in this form only, right? So if 5 goes inside the root, it will become 5 into 5 into 2. So this is 5 2s are 10 multiplied by 5, root 50. Okay. So the next term will be root 50. What is this term now? If 6 goes inside, it will become 6 into 6 into 2, right? Okay. 36. 6 6 are 36 into 2, root 72. So this is root 72. Finally, 7 goes inside, becomes 7 into 7 into 2. So 7 7s are 49. 49 into 2 is 98. So the third term is root 98. Okay. So my advice is first simplify the terms. First find the difference and then come to a conclusion whether it is an AP or not. Okay. Now we will learn n term of AP problems. Okay. Let us solve these problems. Sorry. Find the 30th term of the AP. This is the AP. 10, 7, 4 and so on. Okay. 10, 7, 4 and so on. What do we need to find? We need to find 30th term. So if you keep on writing the terms, which term will be the 30th term? Okay. Now here what is given to us? A is 10. First term, right? Common difference D, 7 minus 10, second term minus first term. So D is how much? Minus 3. So we have A, we have D. What do we need? See, what is nth term formula? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. We need A, we need D, we need n. Okay. So we have A, we have D. What is n? the number of term we are finding, 30. So in this case, n is equal to 30. Okay, so n is equal to 30. We have everything we need, right? So substitute in this formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So a 30th term we are finding. A value is how much? 10 plus n 30 minus 1 into d. D is minus 3. Okay, so this is 10 plus, how much is this? 29. 29 multiplied by 3. Okay, 30 into 3 will give us 90, but it is 1 less, so 3 less will be 87. So 10 plus into minus will give us minus 87, so this is minus 77. So 30th term, A30 is how much? Minus 77 in this. Okay, I hope this is clear. First check what is given to us and what do we need to find. Okay, let us do the next problem. Find the missing terms if the following are APs. Okay, see here, the difference should be same, right? Suppose this is A1, this is A2, this is A3. We need to find A1 and A3. Okay, A1 is equal to how much and A3 is equal to how much? Okay, 13 minus A1, see the difference should be same. So 13 minus A1 should be equal to A3 minus 13, right? And this A3 minus 13 should be equal to 3 minus A3, right? See, 3 minus A3 should be equal to A3 minus 13. So from here we can find the value of A3 and substitute that A3 here, we will get A1 also. Okay, so let us do that. Send A3 this side, so this will be A3 plus A3, send 13 on the other side, 3 plus 13. So this is 16, this is A3 plus A3 is 2A3, 2 goes on the other side, it will divide, right? So A3 is equal to how much? It is equal to 8. Okay, so A3 is equal to 8, substitute A3 is equal to 8 here, we'll get the value of A1. Okay, so send 13 on the other side, so we are simplifying this, minus A1, 8 minus 13 minus 13. So 8 minus 13 is minus 5, minus 5 minus 13 is minus 18. So minus minus will get cancelled, A1 is equal to 18. Okay, so this is 18 and this is 8. See, the difference is minus 5. 18, you add minus 5 to this or you subtract 5, you will get 13. 13 minus 5, 8. 8 minus 5, 3. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now find the number of terms. Okay, find the number of terms in this. This is an AP. 13 minus 7 is how much? 6. 19 minus 13 is 6 and so on. Okay, so we need to find the number of terms like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last term is 205. So how many terms are there in that? We need to find that. Okay, so just be careful, don't get confused in this type of problems. 205 is the last term. Okay, so what is the first term? A is equal to 7. What is common difference? 13 minus 7, it is equal to 6, or 19 minus 13 will give us 6, right? Okay, what is the value of n? We need to find how many number of terms are there. So we don't know what is the value of n. How many terms are there, we don't know. But we definitely know that the last term is 205. Let us take it as nth term. So an is how much? 205. So see, we have this formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have 4 unknowns here, a, an, and d. So from these 4 unknowns will be given 3 terms, either an, or d, and the 4th term will be missing. We need to find that 4th term, right? So here what is missing? N is missing. So we can plug in these values here in the formula and find the value of n. Okay, let us see how. An is 205 is equal to a is equal to 7 plus n we don't know, n minus 1 multiplied by d is 6. So this 7 goes this side, it will be minus, right? N minus 1 multiplied by 6. So 205 minus 7 is 198. N minus 1 multiplied by 6. This 6 will come here, it will divide it. Okay, so we have n minus 1 here, 198 divided by 6. So this will be 33. Yes, 198 divided by 6. 3 is the 18 and 3 is the 18, 33. So this is 33. N minus 1, 1 comes this side, it will be plus. So n is equal to how much? 33 plus 1, 34. So there are 34 terms in this series. So what is the position of 205? It is 34. Like 7 is the first term, 13 is the second term, 19 is the third term, and so on. 205 is the 34th term in this series. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let us do one more problem. In fact, we'll do other problems also, because we have few more important problems using this formula. Find the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term is 38 and 16th term is 73. Okay. Now see, read the question carefully. We need to find the 31st term. So A31 is how much? We need to find that of an AP whose 11th term is 38. Okay. And 16th term is 73. A16 is 73 given. We should find A31. See, what is A11? See, A11 will be A plus, this is 11 minus 1 into D. So A11 will be A plus 10D, 1 less, right? If you have 11 here, it will be 10, right? Okay. In the same way, A16 will be A plus 15D, right? Okay. So what is A11? It is A plus 10D. This is equal to 38. Okay. Now A16 is A plus 15D. It is equal to 73. Now we have linear equations. We have two linear equations in two variables, A, D, A and D. Okay. Two unknowns are there, two equations are there. How should we find it? Let us use elimination method, or we can subtract. It is same. It is elimination method only. Okay. See, let us say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. If we subtract both the equations, if we subtract 2 from 1, what do we get? See, A plus 10D, it is equal to 38, and A plus 15D is 73, right? Or you can do 2 minus 1 also. So when we are subtracting, the signs will change. A minus A is 0, so this is minus 5D, okay? So how much will this be now? This is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. Okay. Okay, sorry. This is 73 minus 38, right? Okay. So this is 13 minus 8, 5. And here we'll have 6. 6 minus 3, 35. So this is minus 35. Minus minus will get cancelled. D will be equal to 35 divided by 5. This 5 comes on the other side. It will divide. So what is the value of D now? It is equal to 7. Okay. If you substitute D is equal to 7, either in the second equation or first equation, we'll get the value of A. Let us do it here. A plus 10D. D is equal to how much? 7 is equal to 38. So this is A plus 70 is equal to 38. If you want to find the value of A, send 70 on the other side. It will become minus, right? So this is 32 with minus sign. So negative 32. Okay. So A is minus 32, D is 7. Now to find the value of A31, what do we need? See, what is A31? A31 is A plus 30D. So we need A and we need D. So we have A. A is minus 32 plus 30 into what is the value of D? It is equal to 7. So minus 32 plus 210. Okay. So how much will this be now? 210 minus 32. 8. Here 10, 7, 10 minus, no, here it will be 0. 0 minus 3 is 7, and here it will be 178. So 178. So A31 is 178. Okay. I hope you understood these problems. We'll do a few more problems based on this concept. Okay, we'll solve these problems now. Very important problems. See, two APs have same common difference. The difference between their 100 terms is 100. What is the difference between their 1000 terms? Most of the students will not solve this and they will tell it is 1000. Okay, what is the difference between the 1000 terms? The difference is 1000. Because the difference between the 100 terms is 100, so difference between the 1000 terms will be 1000, right? Which is not the case. First solve the problem. See, two APs have same common difference. So let us take two APs whose common difference is same. Okay. Let the first AP be A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. Okay. Let the second AP be B plus B. We are not taking A now because we already took A. We are taking D again because it is clearly mentioned the common difference is same. So this D values are same. So this is D plus 2D and so on. Okay. We have two examples of APs. The difference between the 100 terms. What is the 100 term here? A100 will be A plus 99D. What will be the 100 term here? Let us represent it by B100. B100 will be B plus 99D. Right? And the difference is 100. So difference of these two, if we subtract these two, it is 100. Okay. So A100 minus B100, it is equal to how much? What is A100? A plus 99D minus B100, B plus 99D. Okay, if you remove the brackets, it is A plus 99 minus B minus 99. So 99D minus 99D will get cancelled, right? So how much is this given? This is equal to 100. So let us write 100 here. So what do we have? We have A minus B is equal to 100. So the difference between the first term, see, A minus B is also 100. Okay. Alright. What is the difference between the 1000th terms? What is the 1000th term here? A1000 will be A plus 999D. What will be the 1000 term here? B1000 will be A plus 999D, right? We need to find its difference. Sorry, this will be B plus 999D. We need to find its difference. That means we need to find A1000 minus B1000. So what is A1000? A plus 999D minus B plus 999D. So if you remove the brackets, 999D minus B minus 999D, 999D will be equal to 0, right? So what do we have now? We have A minus B left. Now we know what is A minus B. A minus B, it is equal to 100. Okay. So the difference between the 1000 terms is also 100. Okay. See, difference between the first terms will also be 100, second terms will also be 100, third terms will also be 100. Fourth terms 100, fifth terms 100 and so on. 100 terms. Difference between the 100 terms will also be 100. Difference between the 1000 terms will also be 100. Okay, don't just read the question and answer that it is 1000. Okay. Alright. How many multiples of 4 lie between 0 and 250? Okay, multiples of 4. See, 10 is not a multiple of 4, so which next number is the multiple of 4 after 10? 12. Okay, 12, 16, 20, 24 and so on, and the last number will not be 250 because 250 is not multiple of 4. See, if you divide 250 by 4, it will not divide completely, right? 4 6 are 24, 1, 4 2s are 8, remainder is 2, right? So if you subtract this remainder from 250, we'll have 248. So 248 is a multiple of 4 because see, 250 is 2 more, right? So if you subtract that 248 will come here. 248, that 248 is a multiple of 4. See, let us check. 2 6 are 24, this will be 0 and you will have 8 here, 2 4s are, see, right? So the last term here will be 248. Like this we need to find the last term. Okay. Alright. Now how many multiples of 4 lie between this? So he is asking us how many terms are there in this series. So 12, 16, 20, 24 and so on, 248. This is an AP. Common difference is what? It is equal to 4. 16 minus 12, 20 minus 16, 24 minus 20. It is equal to 4. Common difference is equal to 4. Right? Okay. Now what is the value of A? A is equal to 12. Okay. What is AN? 248. What is the nth term? Sorry. What is n value? That means how many terms are there? So AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. So AN is 248 is equal to A is 12 plus n we don't know, n minus 1 multiplied by 4. So 12 goes on this side, it will subtract n minus 1 multiplied by 4. So this will give us 236, n minus 1 multiplied by 4. That 4 will come here, right? It will divide. So 236 divided by 4. 5s are 20 and this is 36, right? 9s are 36. So this is 59. So 4 will go in 236 59 times. So n minus 1 will come this side. So n will be equal to how much? 60. So there are 60 terms here. In this series there are 60 terms. So how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? 60 multiples. Okay. 60 multiples will lie. Okay. Let me rub this question. Let us do the next one. For what value of n, the n terms of two APs are equal? See, we need to find the n term of this and find n term of this and equate it. And then find the value of n. See, for what value of n? The n terms of these two APs are equal. So let us first write the first AP. 63, 65, 67. I'll stand here. First AP. Second AP, 3, 10, 17 and so on. This is also so on, right? Let us find nth term here. Okay. So A is 63, n we don't know, an we don't know, nth term, but we know that they will be equal, right? What is common difference? It is equal to 265 minus 3. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. An is equal to a 63 plus n minus 1, it is equal to d is equal to 2 now, right? So if you simplify 63 plus 2n minus 2, so this will be 61 plus 2n. Okay, 63 minus 2 is 61. So an and nth term of the first series is 61 plus 2n. Let us find the nth term of this. So a is equal to 3, d is equal to 7, and we don't know what is the value of n and an, right? So an will be equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Let us substitute the values. An, this is 3 plus n minus 1 multiplied by 7. So this is 3 plus 7n minus 7. Multiply 7 with n, 7 with 1. So we'll have 7n minus 4. Okay, 3 minus 7 is minus 4. Okay, now see what is given to us. It is given that the n terms are equal. See, this is n term of first series, this is n term of second series, right? So these two terms are equal. So let me rub this part and equate this two and simplify, right? An of this and an of this are equal, right? So 61 plus 2n, n term of the first is equal to this. So this is 7n minus 4. From here we need to find the value of n. So send 2n on the other side. So it will be 7n minus 2n. Send 4 this side, 61 plus 4. So this is 65 is equal to 5n. So 65 divided by 5 will be the value of n. So it is equal to 13. So 13th term of this AP and 13th term of this AP will be equal. Okay. So you go ahead and write 13 terms like this and go ahead and write 13 terms like this. They will be equal. Okay. Alright. We have completed this, right? Let me run this also. We'll have more place to solve the problems now. Okay. Now find the 20th term from the end. Little tricky, right? We learned how to find the terms from the starting, right? Now we need to find from the end 20th term. See, we have the series 3, 8, 13 and so on up to 253. Okay. If the question was find 20th term, we would have used this. A20 is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, and here we would write 20 and simplify it, right? But we are asked to find 20th term from the last. Okay. So don't worry, this is also very easy. See, what we can do now is, let us reverse the series. Let us write the last term first. See, so 253, all the terms will come, and again 13, 8 and 3. Okay. Now by reversing the series, what did we do? See, we needed to find 20th term from the end. So 20th term from the end of this first series will be 20th term from the starting, right? It will be 20th term from the starting. So we can use this formula. An is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay. This is the new series now. Okay, we need to find the 20th term from the starting, because 20th term from the starting is same as 20th term from the last of this series, right? Okay, so An is how much? 253. Okay, sorry, we need to find that, right? So 20th term we need to find. So N is equal to 20. What is the value of A? It is 253. And D is how much? See, we don't have second term, but we can subtract this. 3 minus 8. It is equal to minus 5. Okay. Let us substitute the values. A 20. A is how much? 253 plus N. 20 minus 1 multiplied by minus 5. Okay. 253 plus, is it correct? Did I substitute correctly? N minus 1 into D. Yes. 253 plus 19 multiplied by minus 5. So this is 253 minus 95. 253 minus 95 is how much? 13 minus 5 is 8. Okay. So this is 14 now. 14 minus 9 is 5, and here 1. So this is 158. So 20th term from the last of this is 158. So this answer is 158. Okay. So I hope you understood how we solved that problem. Now let us check whether minus 150 is a term in this series or not. Okay. See, some students will get confused in this question. See, let me take this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and so on. This is an AP, right? So 5 is a term, 10 is a term, 15 is a term. Can we say 8 is a term in this series? No. Is 12 a term in this series? No, it is not. In the same way, we should check whether minus 50 will come in this list or not. Okay. Let us check that. Check if minus 150 is a term in the AP or not. What is the AP? 11, 8, 5, 2 and so on, and we are checking whether minus 150 is a term or not. Okay. Let us take this. See, A is 11. What is D? 8 minus 11 minus 3. Okay. An is minus 150. Let us take An is equal to minus 150 and let us find the value of N. Okay, if N is a positive integer, see, if N is a positive integer means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on, right? Numbers like this. So if we get N value as positive integer, then this minus 150 will be a number in this, otherwise it will not be. See, why? Because N is the number of terms, right? So see, if we have this series, how many number of terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 number of terms. Positive integer, right? So can we say a series is having 3.5 terms? 1, 2, 3. 3 terms. Can we say a list is having 3.5 terms or 3.5 terms? Can number of terms be in fractions now? See? No, right? So 1, 2, 3, the number of terms can be either 3 or 4, right? Or 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. Okay. So we cannot have n is equal to a negative integer or a fraction. So n should be a positive integer. Okay. So if n is a positive integer, in this case we can say that minus 150 is a term in this series. Okay. So let us find out. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is an? It is minus 150 is equal to a is 11 plus n minus 1. And we don't know, n minus 1 multiplied by d is minus 3. So this is minus 150 minus 11, n minus 1 multiplied by minus 3. So this is minus 161. Okay, minus 3 will come here. This minus 3 will come this side, it will divide it. So we have n minus 1 by minus 3. Minus will get cancelled, right? So see, 161 will not divide, 3 will not divide 161 perfectly, right? 161 divided by 3. So how much is this now? 3 5s are 15, 1 1. So it will not divide it. 3 3s is 9, 2. Okay, so we have something like 53.66, right? So this is 161 by 3, and if 1 comes this side, so if you write this as, see, 53.66 plus 1, it is 54.66, right? Is n a positive integer? It is positive, but it is not integer. It is a fraction, right? So we can say that this minus 150 is not a term in this series. Okay, see, we can have 53rd term, 54th term, 55 term, 56 term, right? Can we have 54.66 term? No, we cannot have, right? So minus 150 is not a term in this series. Okay, let us learn how to find the sum of n terms of an AP. This is the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. You can also write this formula as Sn is equal to n by 2, first term is a, and nth term will be a plus n minus 1 into d, right? So a plus a will give us 2a. So this is first term plus this is nth term, right? Or last term. So you can remember the formula in this way also or this way also, right? Let us derive this formula. Before the derivation, okay, let us find the sum of 100 terms. 1 plus 100 natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on up to 100. Is this an AP or not? See, 2 minus 1, 1, 3 minus 2, 1, 4 minus 3, 1 and so on, right? So sum means what will happen, what will be the sum if we keep on adding these numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21, 28 and so on. So up to 100 if we add, what will be the sum? Okay, little lengthy, right? So let us do one thing, let us take that sum as S. Okay, now this S will also be equal to the same thing if you reverse this series, right? If you write 100, 99, 98 and so on and write 1 here, if you reverse the series and add the numbers, it will still be same, S only, right? Okay, now let us add this to S, and S is 2S is equal to 1 plus 100, 101. 2 and 99 is also 101, 3 and 98 is also 101 and so on. Last term is also 101. So like this 101, 101, 101, how many times do we have? 100 times, because there are 100 numbers here, right? So can we write it as 100 multiplied by 101 because it is 100 times, right? So this is 2S. So what will be the value of S now? 100 multiplied by 101. This 2 will come on the other side, it will divide. So this will be 50, 50 into 101 is 50, 50, 5050. So sum of all the numbers, natural numbers till 100 is equal to how much? 5050. So we will use this we'll apply the same concept in finding the sum of n terms of an AP. Okay. So what is the general form of an AP? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, and so on. The n term will be A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So let us take this sum. See, this sum as S. Now, if you reverse the series and write, that last term will come here, right? It will be A plus n minus 1 into D plus here term, here one term, here one term, and so on. The last term will be A. Now let us add these two terms. S and S is 2S is equal to A and this. See, A plus n minus 1 into D. A plus A is 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So this will be 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Here also we'll have 2A plus n minus 1 into D, everything. The last term will also be, see, A plus A, 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Right? So like this, how many times do we have 2A plus n minus 1 into D? N times, because there are n terms. See, first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, and so on. N terms are there. Okay. So this will be equal to how much? N times, or we can write n into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. So let us write this square brackets, because we have one more brackets here, right? So this will be n times. So this is 2S is equal to n, 2A plus n minus 1 into D. We need to find the value of S. So this 2 goes on the other side. Okay. It will divide. We can write whole divided by, or we can write it divided by 2 also. So this is the formula to find the sum of n terms of an AP. Okay. We'll do few problems now. Okay. We'll do these problems. Apart from this, we'll do two more problems: spiral binding problem and bucket and ball race problem. Okay. So first one, find the sum of AP. The AP is 2, 7, 12, and so on. We need to find the sum of 10 terms. Okay. That means 2 plus 7 plus 12 and so on up to 10 terms. What will be the sum? So here, what is the value of A? A is equal to 2. What is common difference? It is equal to 5. 7 minus 2. Okay. What is the value of N? 10. 10 terms we need to find it. The formula is Sn is equal to n by 2 2A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. See, do we have n here? Yes. Do we have A? Yes. Do we have D? Yes. So we can substitute the values here directly in the formula. So this is 10 by 2 as 10, right? Sum of first 10 terms. N by 2, this is 2 into A is 2 plus 10 minus 1 multiplied by 5. So 10 by 2 is 5. This is 4 plus 9. 9 minus 5 is 45. Okay. So this is 49. 5 5 is, if it was 50, 250 would have come here, right? So this will be 245. It is one less. Okay. So we have 245. So sum of 10 terms of this AP is 245. Okay, first n terms. Now let us find the second problem. Let us solve the second problem. In an AP, A is equal to 7 given. A is 7 and A13 is 35 given. Find D. D is equal to how much and S13 is equal to how much? See, to find S13, see what is the value, what is the formula? Sn, n by 2, 2A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. Correct? To find S13, what do we need? N is equal to 13 here. Okay, 13 by 2. 2 into A is given 7 and N is 13. 13 minus 1 into D. D is not known to us. So we need to find the value of D first and then substitute here to get S13, right? Okay, the question is, how should we find D? See, from here, A13, we know A13 is A plus 12D, right? A13 is how much? 35 given. 35, A is equal to 7 plus 12 into D. From this equation, we can find the value of D. So send 7 this side. I'll write here. 7 this side. 35 minus 7 is equal to 12D. So 35 minus 7, I think this is 28, right? Yes, 28. Well, D. So 28 divided by 2 is equal to D. So if you cancel, we'll have 14, and here 6, 7 by 3. So D is equal to how much? It is 7 by 3. Common difference is 7 by 3. Okay. Is it 7 by 3? 35, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30, 34, 35. Yes. So this is 13 by 2, and what is the value of D? It is 7 by 3, right? So let us write 7 by 3 here. So this is 14 plus 12 into 7 by 3. So this and this will get cancelled 4 times, right? Okay. This is 28. 28 plus 14, and we have 13 by 2. 28 plus 14, 42. So this is 13 into 42 divided by 2, and 21, right? So 21 multiplied by 13, 3, 6, 21, 273. So this is 273. So sum of 13 terms is how much? 273. Okay, let us do the last bit now. Last problem now. Okay, what do we have? Show that an is equal to 3 plus 4n, and n here is a natural number, form an AP. That means if you substitute n is equal to 1, what will be the value? 3 plus 4 into 1. So this will be 3 plus 4, 7, right? If you take n is equal to 2, 3 plus 4 into 2, so this is 8. 3 plus 8. 3 plus 8 is how much? It is equal to 11. If you substitute n is equal to 3, okay, so this is 3 plus 12, it is equal to 15, and so on, right? So we need to check that, we need to show that this is forming an AP. So this will form an AP. 10 minus 7, how much? 4. 15 minus 11, this is also equal to 4. If you keep on finding the values, the difference will be equal to 4 only. So is this forming an AP? Yes, this is forming an AP. Also find the sum of first 15 terms. So what is the AP we have? We have 7, 11, 15, and so on. We need to find the sum of 15 terms, up to 15 terms, right? So A is equal to 7, D is equal to 4, N is equal to 15. We need to find S15, right? So Sn is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into D. This is the formula. So S15 will be 15 by 2, 2 into A is 7, n minus 1, 15 minus 1 multiplied by D. D is 4. So this is 15 by 2, this is 14 plus 14 into 4. 14 into 4, 40 and 16, 56, right? Okay, good. 56 and 14 is 70. So this is 15 multiplied by 70 divided by 2. So this will be 35. So 35 multiplied by 15. 5 5s are 25, 15, 17, 35. So this is 5. This is 2, 525. Okay. So sum of 15 terms is 525. We'll do 2 more problems and we'll end this video. Okay, let us solve this spiral problem. I did not write the whole question. You can read it from the textbook, right? A spiral is made up of consecutive semicircles. Okay, and the centers are alternating from A to B. See, this is the first semicircle, and the center of this semicircle is A first. And the radius is how much? Let us write that as R1. It is 0.5 centimeters. Okay. Now, the center of the second semicircle, this semicircle is B now. What is the radius of this semicircle now? It is 1.0 centimeter. Like that, the center of the third semicircle is again A, and the radius is 1.5. So it is continuing, right? Now the center is B, the radius is 2.0. So like this, we have 13 semicircles. We need to find how much spiral is needed to make such spiral. Okay. How much length of wire is needed to make such spiral. So we have, see, we know perimeter of a semicircle, right? What is perimeter or circumference of semicircle? Circumference of semicircle is 2 pi r. What is circumference? the boundary, the length of the boundary of this semicircle is 2 pi r. It is given by 2 pi r. But we have only half circle, right? So we need to divide this by 2. So pi r is circumference of semicircle, right? So this is 1, 2, see, pi r, this is pi r, this is pi r, this is pi r. We need to add all those pi r's, right? So circumference of the first semicircle will be pi r1. Circumference of the second semicircle will be pi r2. Third semicircle will be pi r3, pi r4, and so on up to pi r13, right? So we need to find the length of the spiral. That means we need to add all these semicircles, right? So pi r1, pi r2 plus pi r3 and so on up to pi r13. So can we take pi common? Yes, if you take pi common, here r1, r2, r3 and so on up to r13 will be left, right? Okay, what are the values of the radii? 0.5 here, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0 and so on up to 13 times, right? 13 terms. So here we have pi. So if we can find the sum of 13 terms here, see, this is the first term, second term, third term, so on, 13 terms, and if we can find the sum and substitute it here, we'll get the total sum, right? We'll get the answer. Alright. So let us take this series, that is 0.5, 1.0, 1.5 and so on, 13 terms, right? Let us find the sum of these 13 terms. What is the value of A? A is 0.5. What is the common difference? 0.5, right? What is the value of N? 13 terms. Can we find Sn? Yes. N by 2, 2A plus N minus 1 multiplied by D, right? So S13, this S13, this is S13 is equal to N. 13 by 2 multiplied by 2 into A. A is 0.5. So 0.5 plus N, 13 minus 1, this is also 0.5. D is also 0.5. So this is 13 by 2. 2 into 0.5 is 1. Plus 13 minus 1 is 12. 12 multiplied by 0.5. 0.5 is half. 12 multiplied by half will give us 6. Right? So this is how much now? 13 multiplied by 2. 13 divided by 2 multiplied by 7. Okay. So this is how much? 13 7s are 21, 91, right? So this is 91 divided by 2. So this is 45.5. Okay, half of 91 by 2 is, half of 91 is 45.5. Okay. Okay. This is 40. No, let us take 91 by 2 only. That is not our final answer. We need to substitute that here, right? 91 by 2. So we are given that take pi as 22 by 7. Or let us take 13 into 7 by 2 only. So pi is 22 by 7 and this whole thing we got it as 13 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2, right? Yes, it is still recording, right? So 7 will get cancelled here and this 2 and this will go 11 times and we have 13 into 11 finally. 13 into 11 is 13, 143. So 143 centimeters of wire is needed to make such spiral. Okay, we have an interesting question and this will be the last problem in this video. In a bucket and ball race, I did not write the whole question because you can read it from the textbook. See, a bucket is placed here and the first ball is placed 5 meters away from the bucket. Okay, so the competitor has to run to the first ball, pick that ball, come back to the bucket, put that ball in the bucket. Okay, and the balls after the first ball are 3 meters apart. Okay, so the competitor would come here, he or she will pick that ball, first ball, put it in the bucket, and come back to the second ball and come back to the bucket again, put that ball in the bucket, okay, come back to the third ball and come back to the bucket again, put that ball in the bucket, and so on up to how many balls are there? 10 balls are there. So what is the distance run by the competitor in this game? So see, to put the first ball in the bucket, how many meters the competitor has to run? See, 5 meters from bucket to ball, and from ball to bucket 5 more meters, right? So that means to put the first ball, the competitor has to run 10 meters. Okay, now he is starting from here again. From here to here, he will run 8 meters. 5 and 3 is 8 meters, right? Now coming back to the bucket again, 8 meters. So 8 is 16 meters, right? To put the second ball in the bucket, the competitor should run 16 meters. Now what about the third ball? 5, 3 and 3. So this is 6 plus 5, 11. Okay, from here to here it is 11 meters. From the third ball to the bucket again it is 11 meters. 11 and 11 is how much now? 22 meters, and so on up to how many times? 10 times, right? So to put the first ball in the bucket, the competitor has to run 10 meters. To put the second ball, he or she has to run 16. To put the third ball, the competitor needs to run 22, and so on, right? So we need to find what will be the total length covered by, or the total length ran by the competitor. That means we need to add all these sums, right? So we need to find the sum of 10 terms of this AP. A is 10, common difference is equal to 6, okay, n is equal to 10. What is Sn formula? N by 2 to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. Okay, so S10 will be n by 2, n is equal to 10, so this will be 10 by 2. 2 into A is how much? 10 plus n, so 10 minus 1 multiplied by D. D is equal to 6. So this is 5, 10 by 2 is 5, so this is 20 plus 9 into 6. 5, 20 plus 54, right? 9 6 is 54. 54, 20, 5, 74, right? 74 multiplied by 5, 20, 35, 36, 37. So this is 370 meters. So the competitor has to run 370 meters. Okay.